Hello everyone, so this is Steve Sun. I'm a long-time real estate investor and realtor. So in the last episode, we talked about the first of the four stages, which is Think a Million of this all-time bestseller book, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. So continue in this episode, we'll talk about Buy a Million. So first, this book discussed about the 5 models of the millionaire real estate investor. First, we'll discuss about the net worth model. In the beginning of this section, Gary shared a very interesting story, which is about America's first millionaire. It's a German immigrant and the son of a butcher named John Astor. In the early 1800s, Astor got rich trading in furs, tea, silk, and fine china. However, his most profitable investments were the land that he bought in New York City, and soon he was known as Manhattan's landlord. When he died in 1848, he left 20 million to his heirs, which in the standard of 2005 is equivalent to about 458 billion US dollars. So John's story captures both the art and the science of investing. It's a great inspiration that an immigrant butcher's son could build America's first great fortune. And also, meanwhile, it's a great instruction because he did it through real estate investing. And the art of real estate investing is about becoming inspired to overcome your misunderstandings and think like a millionaire real estate investor. And the science is about learning and applying the models all of these successful investors use. We've used the first 4 episodes to address the art, and now let's dive into the science. That is the five models of the millionaire real estate investor. So why do we want to study the models? Because proven models replace the need for years of experiences, right? In fact, it's using other people's experiences replacing the need of yours. So with proven models, you get the benefit of learning from the mistakes from others that lived before you without having to make them by yourself. So this book summarizes the proven models into 5 categories. Number 1, net worth model. Number 2, financial model. Number 3, network model. Number 4, the lead generation model. And number 5, the acquisition model. So today we'll explore the first model, which is the net worth model. Well, your journey to becoming a millionaire real estate investor begins with the understanding of net worth. Well, net worth is a financial term, but in practical terms, it just means that what you own minus what you owe. In other words, it means your assets minus your liabilities. The net worth model of millionaire real estate investor is a proven plan of actions for dramatically increasing your net worth over time, which consists of 3 very simple steps. Number 1 is learn the path of money. Number 2 is manage a personal budget. Number 3 is track your personal net worth. So Gary shared the story of his uncle and aunt who operate a barber shop in Galena Park, Texas, during which time they realized very early on that their financial wealth wouldn't come from the modest income of their barber shop. And they clearly knew they needed additional sources of income to fulfill their financial goals. Therefore, they started budgeting very aggressively, setting aside every dollar they could for investing. When the opportunity knocked the door, they bought land in a great deal. At that moment, all of their hard work, purposeful frugality, and thrift living and prudence had all paid off. So first, let's talk about how to path your money. Once you have a job, once you have cash, the path presents you with 4 choices. Number 1 is you can consume it by spending it. Number 2, you can save it by holding it. Number 3 is that you can share it by donating it. Number 4 is that you can grow it by investing it. Well, right over here, at the very first crossroads is where most people get knocked out of the game because they spend almost all of their money. That's it. done. They are knocked out of the game. So you don't want to line yourself with those people, right? You want to have something saved up by the end of every month. So now let's talk about how to budget your expenses. For most people, this is easier said than done since they have an undisciplined approach to spending. They cannot progress along the path if they spend all of their income, right? However, to achieve your financial goals, you have to have some money left over at the very end of every month. So there has to be something left over for investment, and the best way to assure this is to budget for it. Unfortunately, we now live in the consuming society, unrestrained and unbudgeted. Unlike the old days, we don't even need to have cash to spend. Credit comes so easy. A 2003 report by the Federal Reserve Board showed that while the median household income was just over $43,000, those households carried almost $18,000 in consumer debt. These debts are high interest, unsecured debt, which equals more than 40% of their annual income. In contrast, millionaire real estate investors understand the temptation to live for today, but because they follow the net worth model, they successfully and consistently keep their focus on their financial future. Through budgeting and thrift, they manage to live a comfortable lifestyle while investing a sizable percentage of their disposable income. After all, a little less of today could mean a whole lot more of tomorrow. And furthermore, Gary pointed out that your ability to budget successfully is directly related to your ability to differentiate between discretionary spending and required spending. It's this priceless ability to distinguish between wants and needs. Consumers often complain that they don't have enough income to cover their needs when really it's their spending, not their income. That's the problem. The sad truth is that over 40% of American families spend more than what they earn, according to the Federal Reserve Board cited by this book. Investors, on the other hand, take an honest look at their expenses and separate the discretionary from the required. They know that their daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly spending decisions can add up a lot, and they are willing to make small sacrifices today in exchange for big rewards down the road. So now we need to track your net worth. The final step in net worth model of millionaire real estate investors is to keep a personal balance sheet which tracks your net worth, or in the case of a business, is the profit and loss or P&L statement. This book, it has awesome appendix at the very end of the book. So definitely go ahead, go to Amazon or actual physical store, buy this book. Then you can download from kellerinc.com. So in the next episode, we'll discuss the second model of millionaire real estate investor in buying a million, which is the financial model. So if you like our show, please give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys in next episode.